The day the skies went silent, the machines stopped. No grand explosion, no cinematic showdown of humanity versus the mechanized. Just a sudden, inexplicable silence that swept across the globe. Traffic lights ceased their endless cycle of red to green, and phones became nothing more than obsolete chunks of plastic and metal in our pockets. In the small town of Eldridge, a scattered community of survivors gathered. Among them was Maya, a former software engineer who watched her technologically tethered world crumble. Streets, once veins throbbing with the pulse of daily commuters, now lay barren, a ghostly echo of their previous bustle. The hum of electricity that once signified life had faded into a haunting stillness. Maya, alongside her neighbor, old Mr. Jacobs, who had served in the army decades ago, took charge. Her home, powered by solar panels her wife had insisted on installing, just in case, became a beacon for the remaining townsfolk. They shared what little they had: canned foods from basements, water from rain barrels, and stories from before. Days melded into nights with the survivors huddled around crackling fires, discussing theories about the silence. Some said it was a solar flare, a magnificent burst of celestial fire that had fried all electronics. Others whispered of a more sinister theory, a global cyber attack targeted to cripple civilizations. Their theories remained just that, as the once interconnected global village had reverted to isolated pockets of humanity, each struggling to reshape their society. The global silence was oppressive, but in its quiet, the earth began to breathe anew. Rivers once polluted by industrial waste ran clearer, and skies cleared of smog revealed constellations forgotten by urban skies. As months turned into a year, the community at Eldridge adjusted. Gardens replaced parking lots, lush with vegetables and fruits. Maya turned her engineering skills towards irrigation systems, using old textbooks and manuals as guides. Mr. Jacobs, with his military background, organized watches and patrols, ensuring the safety of their small enclave. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves rustled underfoot, a series of distant, rhythmic thumps approached Eldridge. Hearts raced as the community prepared for the worst, but as the source came into view, their fears were replaced by curiosity. A caravan of horse-drawn carts filled with strangers rolled into town, faces weary but friendly. They were a group from a neighboring city who, like the residents of Eldridge, had survived the collapse. They brought with them tales of similar struggles and triumphs, of communities rebonding and societies reforming. Underneath the stories, they carried a proposal to connect the isolated pockets of humanity through old trails and newly forged paths. Embraced warmly, the visitors were invited to share in the late harvest feast, a celebration of survival and camaraderie. As they swapped seeds, tools, and stories, a new network began to form, a web of communication reborn not from wires and signals, but from trust and shared experiences. In the years that followed, the silence never lifted, but humanity's voice grew louder. Eldridge became a hub in a new civilization, a testament to resilience and adaptability. Maya looked over her thriving community, children laughing in streets lined with green, and felt a stirring of hope. Although the world had changed irrevocably, they had found a way to sing through the silence, a melody of human endurance and spirit. The skies might have gone silent that fateful day, but the hearts of humanity found their voice again, whispering stories of triumph to a listening earth, no longer choked by the noise of a bygone era.